Welcome to the Something on Sports podcast. I am your host, some. Surprise, surprise. To the right of me or the left of me, depending how this video comes out, we have a familiar face. We have my guy, Ricky. Say what's up to the people, Ricky.
What's going on? Your favorite some hater.
He's back. So Aaron or Perm will be what I'm saying, back and forth in some of these episodes here in the future or whatnot. He's got some stuff going on. But Ricky had already talked about as soon as he's seen the podcast come back, he was like, hey dog, you can't do that without me, man.
What's up, man?
So we got Ricky back. He's going to be a constant fixture on this. And so we're going to try to put together a few pieces of content for you guys each week. And basically, keep the flow of the things going. So is there anything you want to say to the people before we get rolling today?
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Oh man, it's good to have you back, man. So in today's podcast, we have a couple of different topics that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the Shannon Sharpe and Shaq beef, and we're also going to talk about Claressa Shields and Ryan Garcia. I guess this episode is beef. With all the beefs going on out there in this world, we're going to just keep the tone with this one. So apparently Shaq has dropped a diss track on Shannon Sharpe, taking this beef to the next level. What are your thoughts on this beef? And what are we gonna do from here to solve it?
To solve it, I think they them boys need to talk. But Shaq is so petty, man. Shaq is a big ass kid, man. And Shannon Sharpe, he took the grown adult route with it, only trying to do his job. You know what I'm saying? But Shannon Sharpe has a big target on his back right now in 2024.
Right.
But that diss that Shaq created was pretty funny. It was pretty interesting. Shaq pretty much just talking about money and he is who he is. But that takes me back to a lot of those older guys. They think they're more than what they were. Shannon Sharpe did tell the truth. All he did was say the same thing that Shaq and everybody else says. Like, you could have been one. You know what I'm saying? You could have been
Right.
number one instead of top 10 or whatever you are. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's how I feel about it. I just think Shaq is he's a big kid and he's very egotistical.
I feel like Shaq's pretty much the most insecure person on earth because it's like Shaq always talks smack about other people.
Everybody.
Always, all the time. Like the nigga literally just came off of an interview where he looked Jokic in the face and told him that I thought Shea should have won the MVP, which I don't disagree with that statement. But bro, it's the night of this dude winning his MVP. You can't just say congratulations tonight. You know you're gonna have him on the show again before the season ends. You can't say that to him the next time that he get him on the show, because then it doesn't come across so petty. But when it's like when it's as soon as it happens, and then here you are again being petty, and then somebody else calls you out for your behavior, then you go on this terror and this tyrant and all this, talking all this trash. I just uh. But what I will say is Shaq did bring some things to light. So about the whole, we know how you got your job, we know how you got where you are, basically saying that Shannon was putting on blackface. And by blackface, what I mean is with the whole cognac and the black and milds and all that other stuff, because it's come out that he's not like really, he don't smoke black and milds, and like he wasn't drinking cognac and Hennessy and stuff like that. So it was kind of a character he put on to become more popular. And like Marcellus Wiley, who worked at Fox and who knows Shannon, he came out on his podcast the other day and he said, that's not Shannon Sharpe. That's not his persona. Like if you know Shannon, Shannon don't he ain't on fucking no Hennessy and yak. Look at his body shape. Look at his body tone and all that other stuff. So I guess that's probably not where you thought we were gonna go with this. I
No, no,
just
no. That I like that. I like that segue because people say that, but you don't live with that man day to day. And I'm from the South. I'm from the country, bro. Like that's like my uncles. You know what I'm saying? They
right,
act like that.
right,
Shannon Sharpe, just like Shaq, hasn't changed his demeanor on television to try to be certain person that they're not. That's what I do like about Shannon Sharpe. And Shannon Sharpe got his position for hard work, bro. Like, don't diminish what he has done. Shannon Sharpe is a great TV personality. He says he has great taste. He speaks the truth about a lot of things.
Right.
And like I said, I think that Shannon, and then you go back to the drinking and things like that. How you know that man don't drink and he don't smoke Black and Miles? You know what I'm saying? It was a joke at first. Internet made Uncle Shay, Uncle Shay. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right. I wouldn't disagree.
You know how I do that. Media made.
Right,
That's what media made that happen.
right,
And Shay has a cognac. So how you say he don't? He created a cognac for his like it's in his name after his grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And that's the if you know Shannon, that's who raised him type thing. So I just feel like Shaq, like I said, big kid. And I don't think I don't believe he uncovered anything. I think it was just hilarious. The only thing he really can say to Shannon Sharpe is, yeah, motherfucker, I am, or I'm the most dominant big man of all time. And that's self-proclaimed, really. A lot of people say it, but that's self-proclaimed.
right,
And like I said, Shannon said the right thing. If Shaq would have been what he was out of college his entire career, you couldn't tell Shaq nothing. Like right now, Shaq can't stand no big man, man. Any big man coming to the league, he's better than him. I don't care
right,
what he is, he's better than him. So uh, that's how I feel about it. And I just don't think Shea sold out or anything like that. He got his job for hard work. I think the Skip thing with Skip and Shannon, since we talking about beef, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing with Skip and Shannon, I think Shannon outgrew Undisputed because he was getting people was looking at Undisputed before Shannon, not Skip.
right, right.
You know what
And
I'm
you can see
saying?
that now in
So
the numbers. You can tell that now in the numbers.
facts. And you see, look at the numbers, everybody didn't left Undisputed. So nah, he got his job because he's good at it, not because it was given to him. And Stephen A knew he was good at it. And I applaud Stephen A, even though I don't agree with a lot of things that he say. He saw that Shannon Sharpe and he knew what was coming forward. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So he hit Shannon Sharpe before any of that stuff even happened. And like, if you ever need something, holler at me. I got you.
Right. So I don't I don't disagree with anything that you're saying. I was just giving the opinion of some folks saying that,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I'm just presenting the information. I wouldn't disagree with you either because I feel like Shannon Sharpe has worked hard. He was grinding. Like
Second
he
round
said,
pick.
right. He said, I had to do all this stuff. I wasn't the most talented person. So with my football career, I always worked hard. I always put in all the work, all the effort. And so I don't think it's a diss to Shaq because Shaq says stuff like that. If it's okay for Shaq to not like Dwight Howard because he doesn't like the effort that Dwight Howard put into his offensive game, then how come it's not fair for somebody else to comment on Shaq, um, like Shaq's work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like Shaq, you weren't the defender that Dwight Howard was. So you guys were two
At
different type
all.
of players. So yeah, okay, we get that if Dwight Howard would have been as good as you were offensively, he probably would be the greatest center of all time because his defense was so good. And if he would have been as monstrous as Shaq offensively, that dude, Dwight Howard would have been a problem. But
He
you're
kept his
you
body on tip top.
yeah,
If Shaq
right.
had the White's mentality and kept his body that way, and like vice versa, I just Shaq. There's a lot of those old school players just throw me all the way off, man.
Right,
Him,
right.
Paul Pierce. Only one that's really like they got common sense is Charles Barkley, and that's hard to make. It's hard to say Charles Barkley
Yeah.
with common sense.
So what do you think?
Like
What do you think about TNT maybe not having the NBA anymore? Like
that's
the
gonna be a big hit. That's
yeah,
gonna be a
because
big hit.
NBC's bid right now is $2.5 billion. So
I don't even think it would be the same unless they bring that whole cast back over. They got to bring like everybody.
Charles is done. Charles's contract is void if the NBA on TNT is no longer. So
That's
I
all
think
of them. All of them. All of them on signed
yeah,
to TNT.
and Ernie said that he's staying with Turner Sports no matter what happens because
He
he is Turner
created Turner
Sports.
Sports, damn
Yeah,
near.
he is Turner Sports. So
He is Turner Sports.
Ernie's gonna stay there. Dude, that'll be the end of an era, man. I don't even want that, but I do
That
want. I'm not gonna hold you though, but I do want that old school NBA theme back though. You know what I'm saying? That NBA on NBC theme.
nah, man. Keep
Yo, don't let me get that back. Don't let me get that back, man. I
Nah,
need that
I like
back.
it. I like it on TNT, man. It's perfect. It's
Right.
perfect. That's where it belongs. I feel like.
I feel like the same thing because we get Kenny, we get Shaq, we get Barkley, Ernie's obviously. Just that's just the GOAT. It's the greatest sports show of all time.
Emmy
There's
award
never
winning, bro. It's
what's that?
Emmy award winning. You
Yeah, yeah, multiple Emmys, man.
right.
Like, yo, the NBA on TNT is like the Michael Jordan of Emmys because it's like they're so good, they just don't give them the Emmy every year. You know what I'm saying? So remember how there was years where Jordan should have won the MVP?
Yeah, yeah.
The
When
same could
like
be said for
LeBron should
LeBron.
have won it a couple
Yeah, yeah.
times and
The
he
same
ain't
could be
get
said for
it.
LeBron. Yeah, yeah. So let me get your thoughts on this because I talked about me and Perms, our last podcast. I don't know if I'm gonna put it up because I don't know if I'm gonna edit it. But Jokic winning his third MVP. What do you think about Jokic winning his third MVP? Do you think he deserved it? Do you think somebody else should have won the MVP? What are your thoughts?
This you fin I know what you just said earlier. It's gonna be rebuttal what you said, really. This MVP, I think, is the only one that he deserved. I think you could have gave it to Giannis 1 year and Embiid should have won it the other year. This one he deserved, man. Like I said, I was talking to you off camera, man. Joker is a problem, bro.
Yeah,
That
man.
dude, his IQ of the game is it's incredible, man. I was watching it last night, and the way he plays the game, like I said, there's no big splash plays that's gonna wow you, but the vision, the he just do everything. You know, so y'all not gonna come out here on a 3-pointer. He gonna put the ball way up here and do that little ugly ass shot.
Right.
That's it gonna splash. You know what I'm saying?
I,
Dude, just he's amazing, man. He deserved this shot. I don't think it should have been his third, but
there we go. Now you're cooking with sauce. So here's my thoughts. I think that Shea should have won Shea Gilgeous, Alexander should have won the MVP, and here's why. Because
hold on, before you give me your why, and I'm gonna agree with you for the specific fact that usually the best player on the number one team
right,
usually gets that award. So I'm gonna let you finish that. So
right.
that's why I see where I can see where you see that and say that. And that's
And
why I
not
don't agree.
And not just that, if we look at like the past awards, why did Steve Nash win the MVP? Because he turned the Suns around. They were like, plus 18, 19 games, right? Last year, Oklahoma City Thunder was 42 in or 40 and whatever 42. They had a 17 game turnaround. So they went from being the 10th seed in the play-in to being the number one seed in the Western Conference. On top of
Hardest
that,
conference.
they shouldn't even have made the playoffs last year because Dallas fell apart at the end of the season. So Dallas lost 9 of the last 11 games. They
Yep,
lost
and that's
12 of
what
the
made
last
them number
16.
10.
And that's how they got into the playoffs. So they shouldn't even have been in the playoffs. Now they're the number one seed. This nigga's leading the league in scoring, putting up monster numbers,
Monster.
I don't see how if Steve
Averaging
Nash
30.
what's that? Yeah, averaging 30 in 36, like 5.5, 2 steals, point 0.9 blocks, the same amount of blocks as Jokic. Like he's shooting a good percentage. I don't have his percentages off the top of my head,
Right.
but he's shooting.
He's efficient.
Yeah, he's efficient. He's an efficient scorer, a good free throw shooter, decent. He's a willing defender. I just feel like he should have been the MVP, and I think that it shouldn't have been Jokic's third MVP because I am one of them old school cats only for this. I don't feel like I know we get into a lot of arguments, and you know how I feel. I'm hybrid. I'm a hybrid boomer. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I
how I
like
feel too. I feel like
yeah,
I'm boomer slash millennium, bro.
yeah, because I know that athletes in today's generation are better than the older generation's athletes, but I don't think that every nigga from the past generation couldn't survive in the new generation. I do feel like the
No,
exceptional
no.
athletes would be stars no matter what generation that they played in,
And that's
right?
what I come to the
So
conclusion of also.
so with that being said, I don't think that Jokic should be at this point in his NBA career where he's on the echelon of people with 3 MVPs, where this nigga has one title. You know what I'm saying? Like there's now we're putting him in Jordan's stratosphere, Magic Johnson stratosphere, and I don't feel like he should be there yet. And I know it's not fair to him what happened in the past, but in 20 years, when we're talking about basketball history and we're like, and the kids don't know any better, they're going to be like, oh, well, Jokic has 5 MVPs. He's better than Jordan, but he has 2 titles, you know? And it's like, nah, Jordan should have won 8 MVPs. LeBron should have 7 MVPs, you know? So I feel like they need to taper that so that we have a balance for future generations to.
And it's crazy. Back to the argument we were talking about Shannon and Shaq. Shaq has one fucking MVP.
Right, right, right. That's another reason why. Because if Shaq
One
has
freaking
one
MVP.
MVP,
Because of Steve Nash took him
right,
from him.
right,
So
right. And I don't see how they're not going to tell me that Jokic is better than Shaq yet. Shaq won 3 titles in LA and then another one in Miami. Or you know what I'm
but
saying? And he
Shaq had Kobe Bryant, bro. Don't do it. And people diminish. They said, "Oh, Shaq team," but Kobe was a monster,
yeah, he
bro.
had Kobe, but Shaq was putting up 38 and 16. You know what I'm saying? With 5 and 6 assists and 3 blocks. Like they like
Before Kobe came along, what was Shaq doing?
I mean, you're
Getting
right.
found,
You're right.
getting found.
You're right. I mean, he went to the finals though. He went to the
Well, he went in the finals
finals.
with Orlando.
Right. And so then he went to the Lakers and he went to the Lakers with Kobe. So his first year in LA was Kobe's rookie season.
Yeah, Kobe ain't played really like that for real. He's
Yeah, he
still
started
behind
playing
Eddie
he's
Jones.
he started playing more at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And then what I think they got swept by the Utah Jazz in the first round.
Yep. Was it sweet? Yeah, it was sweet because that's when Kobe missed all those damn shots.
Yeah, I think they got
All
swept.
those air balls.
And then, or if they didn't get swept, maybe it was the second round they got swept. Because maybe in '98, maybe they bounced. Maybe that's the year they bounced Houston and he gave it to Hakeem Olajuwon in the first round. I think I could be wrong, but yeah, man, I just don't know if I can be on board with Jokic when especially so okay, so let's talk about this. So Perm, I think he was saying that he has Jokic as a top 15 player of all time now, right? Is Jokic greater all time than Giannis?
Yeah, listen, man, because I'm telling you from me watching Jokic, I was a non-believer at one point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm be straight up honest. I didn't see this in coming out of Jokic. I honestly did not see him being what he is today. And watching him play the game of basketball, him and Luca, they make the game of basketball look super, super easy. Even
Right.
though they're super non-athletic, like they jump sandwich high, both of them. But they get buckets whenever they want to. Joker can get his team involved anytime, bro. Like this dude will have 30 points and you don't like where they come from.
Right.
Yeah, 30 points, 12 assists, 15 rebounds. When did that happen?
Right. And he can't jump at all, bro. He can't jump at all. Yo, just think if he had any kind of vert, oh, he would be a problem. If he had any kind of vert or agility, he would
Joker
be a
got
problem.
a Joker got a layup package of a 5'4" point guard. He do floaters. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't answer my question though. Who's better all time? Yo,
I gotta
and
give it. I gotta give it a Joker, man. Giannis is good. He just pure athlete.
Jokic is pure skill.
Pure skill,
It's like
bro.
they're the complete opposite player, you know?
Facts, facts.
Like Giannis is this lockdown defender, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna
Gonna jump
defend,
over your head, dunk
yeah,
on you.
yeah, go around you, Euro step around you, and Jokic is just gonna be on
Right.
fall back on you. You
And
know what
then
I'm
hit
saying?
you with a pump fake and then throw an
Yeah,
alley to Aaron Gordon. It's just ridiculous, bro.
yeah, yeah. But if they let Giannis run, Giannis could run point, I don't know who I think is better all time. I think those two are sitting right next to each other though on my all-time
Right
list.
now, because right now, today, if I have to judge right now, today, I got to give it to Joker because he has more accomplishments and he's in uh
I wouldn't
took
say
that from. I would have gave it to Giannis a couple days, like a couple years ago, but right now, Joker is a problem, bro. He's an issue,
I wouldn't
and
say
That's me looking at the game.
I wouldn't say that Joker is more decorated than Giannis. Giannis has 2 MVPs. He has a Defensive Player of the Year award,
Joker
which
got three.
yeah, but Joker doesn't have a Defensive Player of the Year,
Well,
and
I guess you're right. Yeah,
Giannis has like probably 6 or 7 all defensive teams. Joker doesn't have any all defensive teams. I think Giannis has led the league in scoring before or rebounding. I don't think that Jokic has done that stuff. So I don't know if I would say that Joker is more.
Joker is a center that can average a triple double.
You're right. That's nice. That's nice.
It's
But
he just has so much skill, man. I like skillful basketball players. That's why I love LeBron James. That's why I love Joker. That's why I love Kobe. Like I love skillful basketball players, and those jokers, they are really skillful.
yeah, but I feel like when we talk about Joker versus in a Giannis debate, because I'm not even sure who I think is better. Being honest, I'm not even really trying to argue both the sides. I just want to make sure I put all the facts down there for Giannis too. Um, I feel like defense is an underrated skill. So yeah,
Very
yeah,
much
yeah.
so.
Joker may get more, assists and he may do more offensively, but that defensive side of the ball, when you have the number one defense in the league or the number two defense in the league, and it's because you're anchoring that defense, I think that has a lot of more value, you know what I'm saying, because you're affecting both sides of the ball versus just one side of the ball.
I think that Joker, you're right. But Joker is a big presence down there. He's not no defensive stopper that you would say, but you're not just finna dog Joker, you know what I'm saying? Either, you know what I'm saying? So I look at Joker, like I said, man, he's very skillful. He's still and like he was a what second round pick, late second round
Yeah,
pick.
yeah, yeah. He's nice. He's nice. He's nice.
And then what's the best ability?
Passing.
No, availability.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, he's always
Giannis
available.
been tripping the past couple years.
Yeah, you're right. Especially in the playoff time.
But to give Giannis his flowers though, Joker ain't got his brothers on the basketball team.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanasis is just over there just getting
That
paid,
dude is
dog.
hilarious to me, bro.
Every time he gets on the court, it's hilarious,
It's
man.
hilarious. That Joker hit
Hilarious.
you with a doggone sham god and then go to the dunk, try to dunk and get home. That should be hilarious.
Right, right, man. We have me cracking up. All right, guys. So the next topic that we want to talk about is Claressa. I'ma always run my mouth anytime they put a microphone in front of his shields, talking about Ryan Garcia and how she wants to fight him. So basically, let me make sure I get her quote out here first. She put out here on Twitter, hear me out at Ryan Garcia versus at Claressa Shields. Let's make it happen, and you can weigh 160. Woman versus he woman. Claressa Shields, quote, undisputed Ryan Garcia. And then under that, she tweeted him again. Seems like he wants to date you, Ryan. Don't you identify as a woman too, champ? Talking about um, what's my boy's name? Tank, and how Tank, she's saying that he has a crush on Ryan Garcia now. So, what are your thoughts on Claressa Shields wanting to fight another man, after she seemingly was trying to bait um, Keith Thurman for a year and a half now?
Bro, this is gonna be a short topic. Carissa Shields, I understand she's a great fighter, understood, but DNA, it's undefeated, bro. Like you talking about, I don't. This goes back to can a college basketball team be a WNBA team? It's like some of the same thing. The DNA,
Right,
it can't happen, bro. Like
right,
by the time when Garcia get in there and hit her a couple times, she's going to sleep. It's over with. You talking about a premier boxer? I know little. I don't care what he weigh. He can weigh 140. She can weigh 160. He's gonna knock her ass out, bro.
right,
It's DNA is just it's undefeated. You're not gonna. No, I just don't agree with it. She can talk all the trash she want, and like you said, her opening her mouth. I hope that her last name can shield that for real, because she gonna be in trouble. She get in that ring with one of them guys. But like I said, it's gonna be a lose lose for any man to step in the ring with a woman. Because if you step in the ring and you knock her out, she was just a girl. You didn't get no points for that.
right,
But if you go in the ring and you get smacked one good time and she knock your ass out, now you're in trouble. Now because now you can't make no more moves in the professional leagues because you just got beat by a lady. Like who's going to want to take that fight? Because now it's a ripple effect. Because if you come back and beat me and she beat you, you know what I'm saying? Now they're gonna be looking like, oh, she can't beat a girl, but I can beat your butt. Nah, it just ain't gonna work out. I don't think so.
I don't. Here's my thing with Claressa Shields is that she is 14-0, right? And she's already calling herself the greatest woman boxer of all time. I
We know
don't,
who that is. We know who
yeah,
that is.
but she only got 12, or she only got two knockouts of them 14 fights. So 12 of her 14 fights have gone to
Win
decision.
distance.
Right, right. So it's like you can't even knock out women. And you're in here talking about you're going to be able to knock out or you're going to be able to beat Ryan Garcia. Ma'am, Ryan
He
Garcia has like 20 something knockouts. He's about
got
to
left
knock.
hand dangerous.
Right, right. Plain straight dangerous. And I don't think that it's fair that we have to listen to this woman basically bait these guys into trying to fight when it's like they can't even say nothing back in the media. They can't even say what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? They can't even be like, I would just knock her out. I can't fight her, for real, And that's why when Thurman was like, you can wear headgear and we can wear bigger gloves, and she was trying to act like it was an insult. Keith Thurman done knocked out more people than you done fought. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I didn't want to see that fight either, but I think
I don't
that
want to see no fight like that, man, because it's a waste of time. That's pretty much a waste of time, honestly.
right,
Like
right,
that's not even it, and it's crazy. It's gonna get mad. It would get crazy ratings. The ratings would be stupid, but I understand this equality and women want to be treated equal, and I'm all for that.
right,
When it come down to some sports, man, like come on, let's keep genders the way it is. That's why it's broken up the way it is. That's
right.
why we have weight classes. That's why we have stuff like that.
Right,
Like,
all that stuff. Like people don't understand Title IX exists for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like women should have their own sports leagues. Women should have the opportunity to play sports and be afforded all the same opportunities that we have in their own leagues because obviously it's not fair. We all know it's not fair. I mean, like we can't pretend. I don't understand how we got here in society either. I don't
I
want
don't
to go down
understand how
I
we
don't want to
got
go
here,
down this
bro.
road, but I don't know how we got to a point where we can't acknowledge like that's like of course men are stronger than women. That's just like me looking at a dude who's 6'5", 250 pounds. Well, duh, that nigga's gonna be stronger than me because he's bigger than I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I can look at him and understand, dude, it's clearly we don't even have to have a contest. Like common sense will tell you, like certain, guys are stronger than girls or whatever the case is. Obviously, there's strong girls out there, but we're
Yeah,
just
of
talking
course.
about in general. You know what I'm saying? In general, the average guy is going to be stronger than the average woman. And I don't want to
Even if
see,
you both 160, if
right,
you're both 160 pounds, the strength of a man, we have certain genetics that women just don't have, bro. And
right.
it's just sad to even have to have this conversation. You see what happened to listen to this. I'm gonna give you this, CJ, and we can probably end this after this. The transgender lady guy. I don't want to, I'm trying to be politically correct with all that. Whatever you want her. She knocked out a female in what 5 seconds, and she had her testosterone
Right,
diminished. So she's less of a man than an actual man.
right,
And
right. And she
she
cracked the lady's
breaking
skull.
people craniums, bro.
Right, right,
So it's just a dumb. Carissa Shields, you can be you can be as polished as you want and all that good stuff and run your mouth, bro. It's a terrible idea though.
right. And then
She go in that ring and then they have to carry out on a stretcher. Then everybody gonna be mad at whoever she fight.
And she doesn't do herself any favors either. She's like a really unlikable person because she like like Layla Ali tried to reach back out to her
The
and wanted
goat.
to do some sparring with her and stuff like that. And she just basically was talking all this trash and all this smack. And it's like, girl, do you understand like what you're like you're part of the reason why people don't watch women's sports is because you make this shit difficult. You're acting all catty and you're just all this behavior we don't want to see. We want to see, you know what I'm saying? Like we like when Mike Tyson talks about old boxers or when he comes back and you see all the boxers around Mike Tyson or when Floyd's around and you see all the welterweights around Floyd and they're all, gushing around Floyd because that's, the person they looked up to. We know you
They,
had to have looked up to Layla Ali, and that is okay. We don't want to see y'all fight because we
she
understand that.
is the greatest female
Yeah,
boxer of all
to me,
time.
that's my goal. That's my
Yeah.
female goal is Layla Ali. But I get that boxing has advanced, and I think that she would be dominant in any era, though. I don't think that Layla
Bro, Layla
Ali.
Ali was huge, bro.
Yeah, yeah, she was a
Them
problem.
girls couldn't mess with Layla Ali.
Right. All right, guys, well, that's what we got for you guys in this episode of Something on Sports featuring Ricky. So you know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section about the Shannon Sharpe beef with Shaq. Let me know what you guys think about, Jokic as the MVP. Let me know what you guys think about Claressa Shields calling out Ryan Garcia, all that other stuff. But I'm gonna let Ricky say a little something and then we're gonna get up out of here.
And if you come at me in the comments, I'm coming back. Remember
Hey,
that.
yo, pause.
Ooh, no diddy. No diddy.
No diddy.
Don't take that. Don't take that.
All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.